What's up, everybody? You are watching the J Red Show on YouTube and on my other social media accounts. That's right, I'm back on YouTube, got a new channel, and I'll also be posting on TikTok, Twitter, and all my other social media accounts. Gonna continue to talk about sports, and then talk about movies and TV shows on my other YouTube videos. But we'll kick things off with the Buffalo Bills, who made a splash today, signing Brandin Cooks from the New Orleans Saints. And the reaction of Bills Mafia is mixed. On paper, this is a good signing. They really need a number one wide receiver. And in his prime, Cooks was that. But the concern is, does he have anything left in the tank? I mean, he has not been good for a couple of years. Although, granted, he's been on an extremely dysfunctional New Orleans Saints team, and now he has Josh Allen throwing it to him. So, but the Bills are just, and Brandin is just desperate right now. I guess I can credit Bean for admitting his mistake and trying to get a number one wide receiver. But it's too little too late for many Bills fans. Okay, granted, they're 7-4, still very likely to make the playoffs. Although they have a huge game against the Pittsburgh Steelers Sunday, in which if they lose, they'll be on the outside looking in. But, yeah, I can understand why Bills fans are done with Brandin Beane and Sean McDermott. Who knows what Terry Pegula's thinking? But my guess is that he's going to give them one more year. I really don't think he's going to fire them this year because they have a new stadium coming up. But then in 2027, they have the contracts will expire. So I think Pegula will give them one more year. Give them an ultimatum. Okay, find a number one wide receiver, make another Diggs trade, and find an offensive coordinator that can get the most out of Josh Allen. If not, you're fired. I know some Bills fans don't think that's going to be the case because it's taking Pegula forever to fire Kevin Adams. I know some people might think I'm crazy, but I do think Adams is on the hot seat. I don't know, maybe just from media pressure, just fan pressure. Kevin Adams' contract expires at the end of this year. And I would like to think, because they hired Jarmo Kekalainen as an advisor, as possibly to take over, that if the Sabres don't end this playoff drought this year, that Kevin Adams will be gone. Right now, the Sabres are 4 points out of a playoff spot, and they're on a 4-1 stretch. So this season has not gone off the rails yet. And there's a lot to be excited, and there's a lot of things going right. Like Josh Dunn's coming back. I'm hoping that Danforth and Kesselring start skating, and Norris is back as a full participant. So the Sabres could make this season interesting. Which is the bare minimum, I know, but Buffalo Sabres fans are just desperate for anything after going 15 years without playoffs. So what are your thoughts here on Twitter at JR Show? Finally this weekend, the Buffalo Bandits are back. The Buffalo Bandits are hoping to win their 4th championship in a row. Yeah, Mewtwo, maybe the Bandits can win 4 in a row. Granted, it is a very difficult task. A rare feat to win 4 championships in a row in any sport. It has never happened in the history of the National Lacrosse League. Is the last time it happened in the NHL was the New York Islanders in the early 1980s. The last time it happened in Major League Baseball, the New York Yankees in the 1950s. Also, the 1950s when it happened when the UEFA Champions League with Real Madrid. Hi, Mewtwo. So, Matt Vink signed a one-year deal. They lost Frazier. But for the most part, they're going to bring back most of the team that's won 3 championships in a row. It's just a matter of what do they have left in the tank. As I said, Vink signed a one-year deal, and my gut says this is going to be it for him. My guess, he just wants to do one more season, hope to be the first ever to four-peat, and then retire. Of course, Vink is part of 2 three-peats. The one in Rochester over a decade ago, and the one in Buffalo happening right now. But I'm also, one thing I'm looking forward to when it comes to the future of the National Lacrosse League is the possibility of, like, outdoor games. Could there be an outdoor lacrosse game at the new Buffalo Bills Stadium? I heard that talked about on a podcast earlier. So we'll see if that happens. Rochester Nighthawks were sold from the Pagulas to Seneca Niagara. I'm glad they're staying in Rochester. They've been here for over 30 years. I would hate to see them lose their team. I'm actually hearing rumors that the Pagulas might be cutting ties with the Bandits. It'd be so funny if Pagula, of all the teams Pagula cuts ties with, he cuts ties with the only ones that won a championship. Well, it's only rumor for now, but if I hear from podcast, it could have some legs. So, what are your thoughts? Hit me on Twitter at JRed Show. I'll be talking movies and TV shows in future podcasts. Talk about the final season of Stranger Things, Welcome to Derry, Wicked 2, Wicked for Good, and Five Nights at Freddy's 2 I'll be seeing in a few weeks. So what do you think, Mewtwo? Say hello to our audience. This is the JRed Show signing off. Hit me on Twitter at JRed Show and Threads and everything. And I will see you later.